Then another thing, we have Peter Obi visiting Chris Ngige. Chris Ngige was a former governor of Anambra State. Chris Ngige was the person when Peter Obi first contested. Chris Ngige contested against Peter Obi. Chris Ngige was declared as the winner of that election, governor of Anambra State, and was sworn in. Peter Obi now went to court. Chris Ngige is 4 years. 4 years is the term. Chris Ngige was in office for like 3 years. He was in office for 3 years. When the court now said he didn't win the election. And that's how Chris Ngige was removed as governor, and Peter Obi was now sworn in as governor of Anambra State. When that case was going on, because it went on for so long, and that's how they had to make some changes in the electoral law, so that the litigations when it comes to elections should not take that long, right? When the case was going on 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, people were already begging Peter Obi that this person you are fighting against in court, the person has already stayed like 3 years. Why not just allow him do the full term? And Peter Obi has his ways and say that if somebody steal your car and the person takes good care of the car and all that, when you now find the person is finding your car, will you not say, the person has taken care of the car, and now say, okay, let me leave it for the person? No, that's somebody has done something wrong. What is wrong is wrong. And that's how Peter Obi became governor of Anambra State. Then after remember Chris Ngige stayed for 3 years. Then after Peter Obi did like 1 year plus, INEC now said that they will do election. That Peter Obi has completed Ngige's term, and so they will do another election to elect. Peter Obi said nah, so now went to court, where Peter Obi was able to get the court to interpret the law and says that the 4 years starts from when you are sworn in. So Peter Obi is not coming to now complete the term. And Peter Obi was the first, I think he was the first person that the court, he was the first person to benefit from a court order that removed the governor and put him as the governor. So the court now said that is when you are sworn in, that's when your 4 years start counting. That he cannot start counting it from Chris Ngige's time, because at that time Peter Obi was not sworn in. So it has to be from when Peter Obi was sworn in. That's how Peter Obi now did his complete 4 years. And then we know Peter Obi was impeached, and then he had to go to court and said his impeachment process was illegal and all of that. What I'm trying to bring is that you have this situation where Peter Obi was one that removed Chris Ngige. After Chris Ngige have served like 3 years as governor of Anambra State, and then Peter Obi now became a governor. So you see that Peter Obi and Chris Ngige have not been in the same camp. Like in the last elections, Chris Ngige wanted to contest to be president, and then when Buhari gave the ultimatum and all that, he was Minister of Labour and he had to forgo the presidential bid, and concentrate on his ministerial position, So, and then Peter Obi was in Labour Party. Peter Obi was in PDP Labour Party. Chris Ngige APC, and other parties like that. PDP, APC, and like that. They have been in rival camps. They've not really been in the same party. But then we see that Peter Obi has always, shown respect to Chris Ngige, as he calls my respected elder brother. So what happened recently? The convoy of Chris Ngige. They said that Chris Ngige was not in the convoy, but there was a convoy of Chris Ngige in the southeast that was going somewhere, and they were ambushed by gunmen and they shot at the convoy. That somebody who was a passerby or something was killed. One of the security personnel was shot and had to go and undergo surgery and all that. But Chris Ngige was not in the convoy, and Chris Ngige was not hurt in the attack. But then Peter Obi said he was abroad when he heard of it. So when he came back to Nigeria, he now went to visit Chris Ngige. And you see him, the pictures, Chris Ngige and Peter Obi and all that. You see that kind of spirit that Peter Obi has, that spirit of magnanimity, where these are political rivals, once political rivals in different political parties. Peter Obi heard of an ambush on an attack on his convoy, and he went to see Chris Ngige. He said, "My respected elder brother," and all of that. So, not politics of bitterness. I wish other politicians in Nigeria would imitate that example of Peter Obi, where you have this bitter rivalry between politicians because they're in different camps and they don't want to see eye to eye and stuff like that. It shouldn't be like that. You may have differences of opinion, you may be in different political parties, but then you see each other as brothers, as people who are striving for the betterment of the country. So that example shown by Peter Obi, where he went to visit somebody who is in an opposing political party, an unfortunate event has taken place, and you see Peter Obi expressing his concerns, talking about the security situation and how it has to be improved. And that is something that should be as an example that others should imitate. Then for Labour Party, I made a video where I talked about Labour Party. Has two factions. You have the Julius Abure faction, and you have the main Labour Party, which, or you call it faction, headed by the Senator Nenadi Usman. He was first the interim chairperson of the Critical Committee, and now said to be the national chairperson or chairman of the Labour Party. So on Friday, we saw where Julius Abure's faction held a NEC, National Executive Council meeting in the party secretariat, and we saw Datti Baba-Ahmed attending, but Peter Obi was not there. Alh Atiku, governor of Abia State of the Labour Party, was not there, and some people were not there. So, but the surprising thing was that INEC attended the NEC that was organized by Julius Abure, which is something funny considering that INEC did not attend the national convention that was held by PDP in Ibadan. So what I'm now wondering is, what about the Nenadi Usman group? After the Friday meeting and the publicity and all that by the Julius Abure faction, Nenadi Usman now released a statement where she mentioned that so she now released a statement where she mentioned that she has forwarded a statement. She said, in line with the resolutions of the Labour Party statutory NEC meeting held on 18 July 2025, wherein attached is the list of the party's newly reconstituted interim national working committee, which has been submitted to the INEC in compliance with the provisions of the Electoral Act. And then she now showed the letter that was forwarded to INEC, and it was received by INEC. I'm saying received 24th of November. Is that when it was sent? So here we see Nenadi Usman is saying the members of the National Working Committee of the Labour Party, Senator Nenadi Usman is the national chairperson. Senator Darlington, Okosha, national secretary, and other people that are listed here. So this is interesting. We've seen that there's the Julius Abure faction of the Labour Party, which I've talked about, and we have the Nenadi Usman faction. So how is it going to be? INEC is attending the Julius Abure this thing. So I think the Nenadi Usman should hold their own neck or something, and let's see if INEC would attend. If they are doing fairness, equity, and justice, according to what Julius Abure mentioned. So we see there's still this problem in the Labour Party, and we see that ADC train is moving, and people are joining the ADC train. Now be waiting from Peter Obi to see whether she will join the ADC train or he would stay back with the Labour Party. PDP are still pleading that he should come back to PDP to see how that one plays out. Then another thing, I'm just seeing in news now that Tinubu has nominated a number of people for. So breaking news from Punch. Tinubu nominates. Wow, this is interesting. I have to read this.